And Frankie didn't answer me because he was hammered too.
Yeah, I was. He called me 5, 6. Finally, after the 7th time I answered, and Mikey it's me, Mikey. I'm in jail. Get me out. And then pretty much disconnected him. So we made it to episode 4.
Yep.
I mean, that in itself, Mikey, is like, I mean, that's a home run. We always wanted to get episode 1 done. Now we're on number 4.
And not only that, we made it to 6 days of mom with 0 cigarettes. I mean, come on.
If you guys are new to our podcast, it's a V-Bros Worldwide podcast. My name is Frankie. I'm out here in San Diego. Mikey's in Boston.
Yep.
And our mom is the star of the show. And how many years have you smoked for, Mom?
A lot.
A lot of years.
Can't count that high.
Mom has smoked for many years. And how many days now have you not smoked?
6.
6 total days Mom has not smoked. And that's good on Mother's Day week, because with Mother's Day on Sunday, that would make it till damn near 10 days without smoking, which would be the first time in how long?
Many years.
Well, it's going to be tough because Mother's Day, I got you a carton of cigarettes for Mother's Day.
Jesus, Mikey. No, you didn't.
I can't wait to have one.
It would be the best Mother's Day present she's ever gotten.
Absolutely.
So, as you know, each week we try to get different celebrities in the V spot. Mikey did talk to Tiesto, worldwide known DJ. He's got a daughter. I know you asked him some great questions about that, so we're going to get into that. It is our Mother's Day edition of the V-Bros Worldwide, and since the start of the show is Mom, I figured we should kick things off by putting her on the hot seat. Mm-hmm. And it's a little game I created. Mom doesn't even know what this is, but we're going to break it down real easy. There's going to be 5 questions, okay?
Yep.
You have 3 kids, your daughter, Mary Ellen, your son, Mikey, and your son, Frankie, and you're going to be on the hot seat to answer 5 questions. You can only pass on 1, and you got to answer which of your 3 kids would most likely be in the situation said to you.
Okay.
And as you answer these questions, remember, I'm the only one of your kids still in Boston that can still help you out if you need anything. Just don't let that like, you don't want to make me mad. Just don't. What do you got, Frankie?
Once we're done with having Mom on the hot seat, we will talk to Tiesto inside the V spots. All right, first question, Mom. You have 3 kids. Mary Ellen, your oldest daughter. Me, Frankie, your middle son. And Mikey, your youngest. You received a call from jail. The person on the other end of the call says, Mom, I'll explain later, but I need you to bail me out. Which of your 3 kids is on the other end of the call, and why would you choose that person?
It's easy.
That would be you, Frankie.
That would be me.
Wait. You think it's most likely that you'll get a call from jail and it's Frankie? I'm appalled.
Well, I got called from both of you.
This is true. Wow. But it definitely wasn't our sister Mary Ellen who was a police officer.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
No.
And there was that one time when Mikey was arrested and you never found out about that. He told me.
I called Frankie.
He called me, and it was funny because I was at my college reunion and I'm sitting there. My phone kept on ringing. Caller ID said like jail. I don't even know what it says.
It's just a random number. Yeah. And Frankie didn't answer me because he was hammered too.
Yeah, I was. He called me 5, 6. Finally, after the 7th time I answered, and Mikey it's me, Mikey. I'm in jail. Get me out. And then pretty much disconnected him.
Oh yeah, and then I was arguing with the guy in the jail cell because he wouldn't let me call you back. So I think all my friends got out, and I was still sitting there because nobody answered my calls.
True story. All right, Mom got through question number 1. We got Mommy V on the hot seat. Mike, you want to ask the second one?
I'm not. That includes me reading. I get nervous when I have to do that. So I'll let you do it. You got it.
All right. Mike has never been the best of the readers in the group. All right, Mom, you got 3 kids. Your oldest daughter, Mary Ellen, your middle son, Frankie, your youngest son, Mikey. You're stranded in the middle of the ocean. You're on a float and can only make 1 call to have someone come save you. Which of your 3 kids you use that 1 phone call on that would be most likely to get out there and save you?
That's hard. I would hope any of you would.
You get 1 call.
You only can make 1 call. Your life is on the line. Waves are crashing in. You have this like magical phone that floats. And who are you calling?
Do you have to come out yourself and save me, or can you get someone else to?
You can't think this much. You're in the middle of the ocean and the shark's at your feet.
And you're hungry. You've been out there stranded. You're dehydrated. You have 1 call. You got minutes to live. Who do you
3
call?
3 kids. What one are you calling? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know, Mary Ellen.
There we go. I feel like that's not even a hard answer. Don't call me. I'll be drunk. Don't call Frankie. Who knows that he'll be working out knowing him. Yeah, call Mary Ellen. She's a police officer. She'll get you home safe.
Yeah, and why do you think Mary Ellen of the 3 of us, in your eyes, Ma, would be the best to save you?
She's a police officer.
That's
Michael
true.
said it.
Yeah, that's good.
I would hope you would all save me. It's Mother's Day week. Please.
We would try our best when you'd go with Mary Ellen.
We call each other and say, we got to go get her. One of you guys got to go get her.
We got Mommy V on the hot seat. You've gone through 2 of the 5 questions. You do get 1 pass of the 5. Hopefully you don't need to use it. And then we're going to talk to Tiesto inside the V spot. You got 3 kids. Your oldest daughter, Mary Ellen. Your middle son, Frankie. Your youngest right there across from me, Mikey V. Your car has a flat tire. You're stuck in the middle of the road, and you have 1 phone call to one of your kids that actually knows how to change a tire to save you. Who do you turn to?
Michael.
Yeah.
Michael. Hold on, wait. Have you ever changed a tire in your life?
Well, I have twice. Always gotten help, but I think the 3rd time I'm ready to go now. I've watched it done twice. If you call me, I'm going to get there. I'm going to be ready to go. I'm going to call AAA for you.
I was going to say, can I call AAA?
No, that's not part of the option. There's no like A, B, C, and D. There's just A, B, and C.
But I can, so I'm there to help you out. I got you.
I've never in my life, by the way, changed a tire. I have no idea how to do it. I can't.
I actually could pull it off.
You can't read and you can't do mathematics, but you know how to change a tire?
I was a math major at Stonehill College.
15 times 5.
15 times 5 is 30, 95. No, 75.
70.
That was still quick and good. That's a lot of pressure.
All right. Mom has gone through 3 of the 5 questions on the hot seat on her Mother's Day
Talking
edition.
about math, I got to tell you a crazy story about cryptocurrency that I got caught up on today.
Yeah.
That's why I was actually late, actually, but we'll talk about it later.
All right. We'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, you got to hear this, Mom. Mike was driving me insane this morning, starting at about 6 a.m. Question number 4 from Mom on the hot seat. On the V-Bros podcast, after number 5, we talked to Tiesto on the V-Spot. You have 3 kids. Your oldest daughter is Mary Ellen. Your middle son is me, the wonderful Frankie V. And your youngest right there is Mikey V. You get a call from a girl that you don't know saying she's your son's baby mama. Which of your sons is most likely to be the baby daddy?
Michael.
There's a funny story. One time I thought I had a child because Mom kept calling me. She's like, who is Steven? I'm in college. I was at college, and she's calling me like I'm hungover next morning. She's like, who is Steven Vinci? I'm like, I don't know. It's Steven. I'm like, I had a crazy night. No idea. I'm like, Mom, I don't know. You're lying to me. Tell me right now, who is Steven Vinci? I'm like, Mom, I don't know. Are you telling me I have a child that I don't know about? I'm thinking I have a kid. I'm like, oh, maybe I do. I don't want to lie to you. I don't know what's going on. And she's like, I don't know. You found the Campo found a ID that said Steven Vinci. I thought I had a fake ID. I never had a fake ID in my life, actually.
Really? I had one once. Got taken from me. I remember in Framingham, I was like 19 years old. Used to be, was it Bennigan's back in the day right there on Route 9?
Yeah.
And I went there and they snagged it from me. You never had one your whole life, a fake ID?
I never needed it.
Oh, sorry.
I was like DJing the places. I got in fine.
The things you learn about the V-Bros on the podcast.
Yeah, I've never had one.
All right, Ma, you made it through the first 4.
Wait, I'm going to sidetrack. I'm going to get mad at this. But real quick, I remember when I used to DJ and it would be 18 plus club or whatever. We would, me and all my friends would sneak all the beers in my DJ equipment. Because back then you carried the big coffin of DJ equipment. It would just be full of Bud Lights. And I still remember the end of one club night. My 2 buddies are passed out in the corner and they're like, who is drinking Bud Lights? We don't even sell these. And there's just Bud Lights everywhere, but because I carried it in my DJ equipment.
Any other random stuff you want to share with Mom and Mother's Day week?
I got plenty. Go on.
Like that one time when you got pulled over. Where was that? That was by Stonehill College, and they made you do push-ups.
Oh my God! Yes. That's a whole nother story we'll tell at some point. I didn't get arrested, but I had to do push-ups and pour all my alcohol out. That sucked. It ruined my weekend in college.
How did Mom deal with having us as kids?
No idea.
All right, speaking about your kids, Mom, this might have just gotten answered for me. Fifth and final question on the hot seat. Then we're going to talk to Tiesto inside the V-Spot and hear more about his daughter. You have 3 kids. Your oldest being Mary Ellen. She lives in Florida. Wonderful police officer. I mean, she was a student through school and amazing. And your middle child, me, Frankie V. I mean, just a stud all around. Such a great kid, really good looking growing up. You know what I'm saying? Still great looking, looks young, great skin. And your youngest there, Mikey, sitting across from me, who is right there. You have 3 kids. Which of your kids, be honest, was the toughest to raise? And which of your kids was the easiest to raise?
I don't think this is me.
No? I would go with Mikey probably. No, maybe he was the easiest. I don't know. Who's the toughest to raise?
None of you. I
That's
can't
a lie.
pick.
That's a lie. No. So you're on the hot seat. You got to pick one of the 3.
it ebbed in weight. Well, it came. I can't. It was like each one had its own chapter to be tough.
So let's do this. What was the hardest thing about raising Mary Ellen?
Yeah, what's the hardest thing about raising your oldest daughter?
Worrying that she was too perfect.
She was very smart. Yeah,
it was pretty perfect.
What was the hardest thing about raising Frankie?
Nothing at all. I mean, that was perfect.
Worrying that Daddy was too hard on him.
Okay. Yeah, that was tough for me a little bit. I think the middle child. I feel like they always say the middle child has it the best. You know what I'm saying? You got this, that, the other. I think the middle child has it the toughest, honestly. And it turned out so amazing. It's just great after all that.
You're the most cocky individual I've ever met. Mom, what was the hardest thing about raising me? Ma.
You were just a learning experience.
What did you learn?
I didn't find it hard. I just found it enlightening.
What did you learn?
Enlightening. Yeah, what did you learn from Mikey?
What did I enlighten you with?
Yeah.
Not to care what other people think. Play life as it comes to you. Not to be so focused on other people and just go with what you want to do.
I feel that way still.
I know.
I do
That's
too.
what I admire about you.
I think nobody has it figured out. Everybody acts like they have it figured out. No, do it how you want to do it.
For sure. And I'm going to tell you something, Mom. We're actually going to talk about this after we talk to Tiesto on the V-Spot. You think Mikey has a nice, calm, and chill and everything figured out? He is late to this podcast today and stressed out over something he was doing this morning. He literally started texting me at 6 a.m. He was texting my trainer as well at 6 a.m.
And I don't get up before 9 ever.
9 ever. And he woke us all up this morning. I'll let you know exactly why he woke us up and we're just stressing over after we talked to Tiesto on the V-Spot. Now, Tiesto, as you know, is a worldwide DJ, well-known, everything. And he has a daughter, which I didn't know about. Mm-hmm. And you had the chance to kind of ask him about what it was like being a dad and raising his daughter. And this is Tiesto in the V-Spot.
It's actually been a really amazing year for you. I want to say a massive congratulations on having your child, your girl.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're right. I had an amazing year. I mean, that's been a great sabbatical for me.
Yeah. I mean, really, though, it's like a dream come true because think about you. If this happened any other year, you'd be in Vegas with your hands over your head and your child just born. It's a lot. So it's almost like a negative year, a year that a lot of people had, struggles. A positive came out of it. Talk about how amazing it's been to be a father over this year.
Yeah, it's been incredible, and I enjoy it every day. To see my little girl grow, and I mean she's only like 5 months old almost, but it's still every day you see something new, and she gets more brighter and recognizes you. It's really amazing. It's really a dream come true to become a father because I always wanted it, but I never found the right woman to do it with.
Hey, that's the hard part. They always say. I mean, I know firsthand that finding the right woman to do it with, that's the hard part right there.
Exactly. So, it's been great. Yeah, absolutely.
And so basically talking about that, your daughter was probably the first person that ever heard of the business. And I hear through rumors that she was kind of bobbing her head a little bit or dancing in the car the first time she heard the business.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I was playing it in the car. And as soon as I put the business on, she started kicking her feet in the womb. So it was really cool. And then like 2 months ago, when if she ever cried, I put on the business and she becomes quiet right away. She's like, oh, I know this song.
I mean, talk about a perfect parenting tip. If anybody's having a kid, if your baby's crying, throw on Tiesto the business. Everything works out a lot better for him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I love about that interview, having Tiesto on the V-Spot? We forget that these artists are also people. They're human beings.
Yeah. He's got a daughter. Because you only ever see him like on stage in front of thousands of people, and they actually talk to him just like he's chilling at his house in Colorado, like relaxing. It's just dope to connect with them on that level because really somebody like him wouldn't even have time to do those things if he was still traveling the world DJing right now.
For sure. We're doing our Mother's Day edition of the V-Bros Worldwide. That's Mikey. My name is Frankie. We got Mommy V on here. Mother's Day is Sunday. What does Mother's Day mean to you, Mom?
Don't ask me these hard questions.
I got an easy one for you. What's the best Mother's Day present you've ever gotten?
Yeah.
It was in your car 1 year.
A bag of marijuana. Michael left it for me.
Wait. Time out. See, I didn't know this story. Did you purposely leave it in the car? Did you forget it?
I went out the night before. It was a Saturday night. And I'm still going to say it wasn't mine, but I was borrowing Mom's Saturn at the time, and I left it in the cup holder in the front seat. So I wake up and I went to get breakfast the next morning, and Mom put it right next to my pancakes on the kitchen table, and she's like, "Look what you left in my car."
I said, was it my Mother's Day present?
There
Well,
we
you
go.
know what? You know what? At least you got something. One year, Mikey, when I was in college, I don't know if you know this, but I sent Mom a gift for Mother's Day, and it got lost in the mail. Funny thing is, your sister did the exact same thing. Sent a present that same Mother's Day. It got lost in the mail, and Mom thought she got nothing for Mother's Day that year. Called me, flipped out. Called your sister, flipped out, and the next day, both cards showed up a day late, $1 short. But it's not our fault. It was the post office.
It's just because you were too cheap. Pay for overnight shipping next time. Okay, God. It's $10 more. It's your mother. She raised you.
Speaking about money, Mom, we got to share this story with you, and it's actually going to connect us into episode 5 of the V-Bros Worldwide podcast. But Mikey's a little disheveled today.
Oh.
Mikey is tired today. Mikey's running late today for the podcast today because he started texting me at 6 a.m. this morning about cryptocurrency. Do you even know what cryptocurrency is?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't. Do you remember, Michael? I had to call you when I was at the lawyers doing my taxes.
Yeah.
No, I do know now. It's Bitcoin.
That's
Yeah,
one
Bitcoin's
of them, yeah.
There's actually a whole bunch of them, and we have some friends that are investing money into cryptocurrency. And Mike is competitive when it comes to finances at times. And we're getting these group texts this morning at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning of all this money they're making off of cryptocurrency today. So what does Mikey do? He wakes up and just gets full on anxiety and tries to learn the cryptocurrency world at 6 a.m. In the morning.
Which usually I try and stick to investing in real estate, what I know. And no,
Yeah.
but, when I get these text messages all the time. So I'm blowing up Frankie's trainer, who I guess we're calling a cryptocurrency
Guru,
expert.
genius, expert, yeah.
But that's kind of like drastic. He's a trainer, but he studies it more than I study it. And the crazy thing is, Mom, to buy these things, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, those are like the bigger ones, but to buy like the harder ones to get, you have to get these other random apps, and you have to buy like a different kind of, it's crazy scheme. So I'm obviously, wiring money from my account to this random app that I'd never heard of in my entire life. And I'm sending money back and forth, and all of a sudden my bank account gets blocked. So now I'm like stressed out. I'm yelling at Frankie's friend. I don't even know. I never met this guy in my life. And so now I'm calling the bank, and the lady's like, well, do you know who you're sending this money to? I'm like, no, I don't freaking know. But then send the money. She's like, okay, well, now it's approved. And then, so I literally couldn't get the money sent, and then I finally got through just before we left. So next episode, I'll let you know if whatever I bought paid off, because I was this poor lady who works at the bank was probably thinking I'm a lunatic. I was yelling at her. I'm like, I want my money and it should go through. She's like, well, we're trying to protect you because you're sending it to somewhere weird. For all I know, I sent it to the moon. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah. That's what threw Mikey off today. And what I'm going to try to do next week, I haven't even told him this yet, but my trainer Adam, we're going to try to see if he can join us on the V-Bros Worldwide podcast to give our expert some inside knowledge on how to make it work. Either way, Mom, happy Mother's Day. Hopefully this was the best gift you've ever had, getting to be on a podcast with your 2 amazing sons.
It was.
And I'm sorry.
Marijuana one.
You said what?
It was minus the marijuana one.
Well, maybe this year, now that I'm grown up, we can smoke the marijuana. I know you still have it, and we can have a great Mother's Day on Sunday. See, Mom's not answering these questions. You want to know why? Because Mom gets a text. Mom's also a Hebrew school teacher and a teacher, and she gets probably texts all the time like, our family can't listen to your podcast anymore.
Yeah, you talked about the marijuana.
Mom's gone silent.
Go silent, Mom. We love you. Thank you for being the star of the V-Bros Worldwide podcast. That's episode,
for having me.
Of course, number 4. Shout out to all the moms out there. We appreciate you following us and enjoying our podcast as well. Next week, hopefully, we'll get the cryptocurrency genius expert on with us so we can talk that.
And we'll know if I went broke or not. I think I'm already down a couple thousand.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you.